How's it going? We're going to be taking a look at our next VOD review for today. So this is actually a Game & Watch player that submitted this request on Reddit. He goes by Shredder, I believe, and he goes by the tag of Slippery otherwise. So yeah, the first set's going to be a set between him and a Zero Suit Samus player, and then the other one's going to be a ditto between another Game & Watch. So just to go over a little bit of what I know about Game Watch. From what I've seen, fighting against Game Watch and watching Game Watch, is that he kind of plays his own mini game whenever he's in Smash Bros. Because a lot of his toolkit kind of just like breaks the unwritten rules of Smash Bros. For example, like his smash attacks, they're very strong. They're very fast, which goes against the archetype of like more power means more end lag. Game Watch doesn't really have that problem. He can spam a lot of his smash attacks and get away with it, especially in neutral and in his punish game. On top of that, like he's got kind of just like this unorthodox aerials as well, with the down air where he's able to control where he can land. Most characters who kind of have like a dive kick can't do that. They have landing lag, and Game Watch can cancel it and control where he goes. He also has a pretty nice up air, pretty nice back air, and then he has a forward air that's also pretty unorthodox. It's a weird projectile that has a weak hitbox and then has a strong hitbox whenever it explodes, so it allows him to cover a lot of ground and kind of just like set up this zone of a small zone of stage control where it discourages the opponent from making any sort of moves against him. I do know that Zero Suit Samus is one of Game Watch's worst matchups because Zero Suit Samus can use her Zair to kind of just avoid every single one of Game Watch's options. Typically speaking, Game Watch does have issues against disjointed characters, and from what I understand, Zero Suit Samus is one of Game Watch's worst matchups because of Zair and because of the combo potential that she has. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this first match here. I'm going to turn down the volume, sorry about that. Yeah, so whenever Zero Suit's on the platform, you gotta watch out for that Zair right away. Okay. Okay. And it also can be pretty hard to catch Zero Suit Samus as well, because she's just so fast and it's hard to keep her in disadvantage with that down B move. Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah. So you went for the up air right there. So it's just unfortunate that you weren't able to get it out in time. Okay. Yeah. So not really sure what was up with that fair. I was probably just buffered. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, be careful about jumping whenever you get hit, because you know Zero Suit Samus has great combo potential. Because yeah, gets the first hit off because you buffered a fair, which is unfortunate. And then here I'm not sure if it was a buffer, but it looks like you're trying to jump out of disadvantage state using your double jump and then a fair. Normally, I think if you want to get out of disadvantage, you should go for an up B instead because it's much faster. You can also catch your opponent in the move as well. Yeah, so I want to take a look at the up B frame data while we're here. Aerial, special attacks. Up B, yeah, so this is a 3 to 9 frame startup. This is very fast. This is one of the fastest up Bs in the game, so definitely want to take advantage of that whenever you're trying to get out of disadvantage. And look how high you go. So first of all, very fast startup, puts you way up here, just out of disadvantage, or it gets you out of a combo as well. And then on top of that, once you're up here, you can act out of it as well. That's one of the most unique things about this up B. It's just fast startup, loss of range, and gets you out of combo, and you can essentially do whatever you want outside of using up B again. But yeah, you want to take advantage of this as much as possible. In particular against a matchup like right here. So if we go back to this instance where you get comboed, Up B right here definitely would have caught Zero Suit and put you up in the air, and then you probably could have comboed her just a little bit more, but you at least would have gone out of this disadvantaged state and just switched it back so that you either at least reset neutral or you put yourself in an advantage state, in which case you can try to juggle Zero Suit. That can be pretty tricky though, to juggle Zero Suit with that flip kick. However, yeah. Okay, so she's trying to catch your landings with a Nair. And then box you out with side B and Zair. So the way that Zero Suit Samus is kind of coming onto you is that she's trying to cover a whole lot of horizontal area just right here, but nothing really above her. So what you can try to look out for in the future is that, like, there's kind of just like two ways you can work around this, where you can run up and shield and just anticipate that she's going to Zair and then up B out of shield, or you can just preemptively jump over whatever she's doing and then come down with an aerial of some sort, though she has pretty low landing lag for her Zair and for pretty much all of her aerials as well, so you probably want to look for more of the grounded option of just using shield and up being out of shield. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really think that the fair is really doing any work here, because yeah, you're covering this portion of the stage, but Zero Suit Samus doesn't have to worry about that because of the Zair and the side B. She can just completely bypass all of the area that you're covering right here with the fair, and she can also jump over it like she just did there. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately the down smash didn't really work out. I respect the call though. It's just Zero Suit was just faster, and whenever she went for her previous option, let's see what it was. Yeah, pretty lagless option. So in this situation here, let's see who. Yeah, that was fine. I mean, you couldn't have reacted to her jumping over you, so that's going to happen. That's not really a matchup issue. Okay. I actually would have used a bear right here, knock her off stage, or even so. Like I said, I don't play Game & Watch very often, and there aren't too many Game & Watch players where I'm at, so this is kind of more of like a suggestion at this point. So it looks like that you're trying to cover a jump from corner, which is a good coverage because, you know, almost everybody jumps out the corner whenever they're holding shield at the ledge. So if you're expecting this, I think a better option or a safer option would be to use up air, like a falling up air, so that the air cloud would just catch her and then pop her up in the air. If she wants to use flip kick to get back to center stage, that's fine. You can cover that as well because she's too high in the air to get off the hitbox for flip kick. And then you can continue juggling her as well with using more up airs. Just using up air here to cover this huge column of area right here. And if she gets caught in it, she can flip kick either center stage, in which case you can continue juggling her using more up airs and nairs. But if she flip kicks and goes off stage, then it's just like, okay, well now you're in an off stage situation. I can then, you know, go off stage and punish you because now you've used your flip kick while you're in the air, and now your recovery is much less what it would normally be if you had the flip kick off stage. Okay. So one thing to kind of think about whenever you're applying shield pressure is that you want to see whatever your opponent is doing. And in this case, like right here, you're at very low percent, so She's definitely not going to go for an uppy out of shield. She definitely could have in this particular situation here. So right here. So you land pretty far away, and I don't think Zero Suit had an option to cover that. So she was right to let go of shield and then dash back. Though definitely keep that in mind next time you apply shield pressure, because she might just choose to retreat instead of going for an offensive like out shield option, like up smash out shield or an uppy out shield, because those are ZSS's fastest moves out of shield. She can do up air out of shield, but that doesn't really lead to a whole lot besides, you know, maybe a juggle. Though with up smash, it's much safer, covers a higher area, and it covers in front of her just a little bit for that scooping hitbox. But like I said, you may be far away enough to completely avoid that. So kind of just thinking about the situation here, you successfully applied shield pressure. You didn't get any hits off, though you're forcing ZSS to commit to an option, or else you're going to throw out another move. But in this case, you go into a shield here expecting something. Well, I guess ZSS could also fair out a shield, though she's probably hesitant about you up being right away, because a lot of game watches, from what I have seen, they'd like to nair and then go straight for an up B, which would catch someone dropping their shield like they have here. But yeah, just be cognizant of what ZSS has out of, or like what your opponent has for out of shield options, in which case up smash, up B, and fair out of shield are probably ZSS best options in this case. But yeah, keep in mind whatever the opponent does after they receive shield pressure, in which case it was jump away. I don't know if she'll do that again, but one thing I do like here, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, you just went straight over for the bear, so I do like that, kind of just stuffing her out in the air before she's able to do anything. Ooh. That was unfortunate. Okay. This is coming. Okay, yep. Sorry about that. Okay. Probably could have dash attacked instead, because that's a better low profiling move than F tilt. You also gotta be careful about coming down aggressively from disadvantage, because Zero Suit's always gonna just dash back and space it out for a grab or for any move really. Yeah, now she's just covering her landing. So covering her landing with side B. Yeah, so like I said, she's trying to cover whenever she's landing or whenever she's in neutral. She tries to cover a lot of horizontal space around her rather than vertical space. But that's kind of just like Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit Samus's options, particularly in this matchup. Side B is already a pretty safe move. So, and with this case, if you were to anticipate that she was going to side B whenever she lands. Because she's facing away from you, I believe. Yeah, she's facing away from you. Yeah, so she's facing away from you, but let's see what you did in this situation. Alright, so you were landing. Okay, so you were already landing, so there wasn't really much you could do about that, but you probably could have just shielded and kept her and tried to keep her in corner instead. Yeah. Okay, so I do like this approach here, actually. So, recognizing that she's covering a lot of horizontal space whenever she's in neutral. She's holding center stage, you gotta get out of the corner here, you're at 90%. Any one strong hit will kill. Using fair, okay. Yeah, so, you jump over her, use fair, keeps her, it encourages her to hold up shield, or put up shield, and in which case you can land with a free aerial at this point. Yeah, so I do like that option. And then, okay. Alright, so she double jumps to get out of tumble animation, so in the future, instead of going for this dash attack like you went for here, I think what you can look out for is that when in the scenarios where whatever punish you're going for as a follow-up is not a true combo, recognize what the opponent is going to do based off of the previous reactions, or based off of matchup experience as well. In this case, Zero Suit has a pretty nice double jump, so we see that she's double jumping already, in which case this dash attack is going to miss. So in which case, instead of going up for the dash attack, like you did here, like you could do what I suggested earlier was up air, in which case would have covered this entire column above you and prevent Zero Suit from regaining center stage. Yeah, so an up air would have been perfect right here. Oh. Did you not have a jump? Oh, I guess you didn't have a jump. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, yeah, you're putting on a lot of, like, in-your-face pressure, which I do like. Game Watch is pretty good about that. Has really good offense and really good defense. Ooh. Yeah, so you kind of looks like you do have a habit of using fair to get out of tumble animation. This leaves you stuck in this animation right here, in which case you have pretty good amount of landing lag, I believe. So yeah, 17 frames of landing lag. That's a pretty good window of to have any sort of opponent punish you here. I don't think the bomb even goes off. Like, there's a set amount of time for when the bomb goes off, and this is too soon for it to explode. Yeah, it doesn't even explode, so it doesn't. So the option doesn't even do what you expected it to do. In which case, use up B. Like, I know I said this earlier, but up B is a very fantastic tool for Game & Watch. It's annoying and it's going to piss off your opponent a lot because it's just so good. Like what? Like, watch this here. So get hit. You see your opponent approaching you. You can up B towards her and catch her in the air before she does anything, and set up a combo situation. Like, up B is probably Game & Watch's best move, like, for real. And then the next one would be down smash. But in the situation where you're trying to get out of disadvantage, up B is so much better for you than fair. Yeah, and since you went for the fair, that ended up not working for you because it didn't explode. You got sent off stage and took some more percent. Okay. Yeah, you seem to be trying to invade ZSS's space, which I do like because it discourages her from using Zair. Okay, I like that bear house shield. I would have gone for the uppy first. Yeah, uppy. Like, I would be considering uppy as your first defensive option rather than roll, even for against good players like this, because it's so hard to cover and it's so hard to punish. Yeah. So let's figure out why he got punished here. So, alright, so you up B, not a bad option. You are above ZSS, and she's in the ending lag for Zair, though there's not a whole lot of it. In which case, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can try to come down on top of her. You can try to retreat back to center stage. Okay, so you go for the fair again. I guess to suspect or to try to catch her from jumping straight up. Yeah, so this is actually pretty fine. I respect the fair at this point, trying to cover ZSS from jumping straight up, because she was right here whenever you were up here with the parachute. So this covered one option right here to prevent her from jumping straight up. Unfortunately, you drifted back far enough so that she can land and catch you with a back air, and then the 17 frames of landing lag from fair kept you pinned there. Unfortunately, you had to eat that back air, so this wasn't a bad option. You also have to just be a little more cognizant of, like, where ZSS is in respect to where you are. So seeing that ZSS is behind you the moment that you threw out this fair, you probably could have, kept drifting towards the ledge here so that you couldn't eat a bear or get any sort of follow-up, or just eat any sort of follow-up that this ZSS is going to be throwing out here. Okay. Yeah, so for that particular matchup, or for that particular set, I'd be more mindful about throwing out fairs whenever you're in disadvantage, because it's a pretty laggy move, and if it doesn't work, which in a lot of the cases of what we're looking at unfortunately didn't work because the bomb doesn't go off and it doesn't catch your opponent with even the weak hit. So a better option for you whenever you're in disadvantage is to use up B instead, because like I said, a very fast move pops you up in the air and you can act out of it as well. Most characters with an up B aren't able to act out of it, and that's what makes up B such a committal option for a lot of characters, but for Game Watch it's not committal. It's a great tool for Game Watch. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this first game. We'll go ahead and hop over to the Game Watch Ditto here. So this is U versus UCO here. Okay. Yeah, I want to be careful about landing on platforms against Game & Watch. Okay. Ooh, I would have back thrown instead. Keep him in the corner. Okay, I really like this up B here. Okay, yeah, so the up B this is a great tool for this particular matchup because, you know, Game & Watch's Chef, really great for keeping people pinned at the ledge and can pop them up as well so that they can lead for a follow-up with F tilt or down smash even, like they go for here. But you going for up B completely negates the situation, gets you out of the corner, and you're able to drift back to center stage. So this is a great option for you to go for up B. In fact, you're even able to turn the situation around. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you should be careful about jumping in with an air like that, because if the opponent can low profile it, then they definitely are going to. Okay. Yep, there's that shield pressure that you showed earlier. Okay, yeah, so I do like what UCO does right here. Goes for his option here, doesn't work out, goes straight to the up B, knowing that the up B is kind of just like a get out of jail free card in this case, because like I said, so fast, so big, can act out of it. This is option up B because it completely stuffs out whatever you were going to do, which was probably going to be a grab. Okay. Yeah, I would continue using the up B from the corner like that against a Game & Watch in particular, at least. All right, so now you have Game & Watch above you. One of your two best juggle tools against any matchup is Nair and up air. So I'd be spamming these as much as possible. Just keep this Game & Watch up in the air, pester him as much as possible, get as much percent on him as you can, so that your next attack with like F tilt or even down tilt will lead to a kill. And even down smash will keep him in the ground for longer, though I wouldn't really think that would be necessary. So in the case where your opponent is above you, you want to throw out nairs and up airs more, because they're safer moves, they're great juggle tools, they cover a lot of area as well. So keep that in mind whenever you're fighting against your opponent and your opponent is above you. capitalize on using those moves more than running to center stage, jumping over here, and throwing out a fair, because that's easily reactable. Like he spent a year getting to center stage, jumping up and throwing over the fair, because by that point he's shielding or something, or he's going back to center stage. And then, yeah, kind of another thing to think about is that whenever your opponent is on a platform, just try to think about what their options are whenever they try to get off the platform, because being on a platform in neutral, it automatically puts you in a disadvantaged state. So most players like to go back to center stage and reclaim it as quickly as possible. So what you can do, instead of naring the platform, you can nair the area next to their platform towards center stage instead. Cover that option before he even gets there, so that he's just going to fall right into that nair, and then you can start a combo opportunity. That was a good combo by UCO. Okay. Ooh. I would have kept holding on to that B. Like, you don't, I'm pretty sure you don't even have to, like, you're in a situation right here where the bacon or the pan is going to hit Game Watch before he does anything, in which case you can make your next move based off of reaction. So you don't really have to go for a read with a down smash here. Like, you may have been trying to catch him while he's holding on to ledge, though that's a bit of a commitment in this situation here, because like he can easily roll on the stage or even jump if he wanted to. Yeah, he rolled on the stage and upbeat faster before you were able to get out your down smash. So I think, let's see the spacing. So right here, yeah, so if you kept pressing B, you definitely would have caught him. So whenever you're keeping your opponent at ledge, you gotta play the Game Watch minigame of pressing the B button. Because the worst thing that could have happened right here is that he rolls on the stage, he gets hit by the frying pan, and then he gets sent back off stage. That's the worst thing that could happen. But you're still in a ledge trap situation, in which case you have taken no damage, not much time has gone by, so keep on flipping this bacon, keep him off stage, pester him, knock on more percent, see what he does in reaction to getting hit with bacon whenever he's on the ledge. He could have done what you were doing, which was up B to get above you, in which case you can. That's pretty good setup for a juggle opportunity, and you can even catch his landing with an F tilt or a nair. So, yeah. So in this situation right here, just gotta recognize that you're playing a Game Watch mini game at this point. You don't really need to go for a down smash whenever you can do whatever you want based off of reaction of whatever the opponent does. Rolls on the stage, gets caught by gets burned by the pan, gets sent back off stage, holds onto the ledge, he gets caught by bacon, he can run up an F tilt. He lets go of ledge, gets hit by bacon, and then he has to either go back to ledge or jump over ledge with up B. Or he can let go of ledge and up B immediately, do neutral get up, get hit by bacon, you can go on an F tilt. It does get up attack, gets hit by bacon, you can go up an F tilt. Like this, like I said, pretty straightforward mini game for Game Watch here. In which case you don't have to play off of you don't have to read your opponent in this situation, unless they start getting smart and start using their best options for getting around the bacon, which is up B. In which case you probably could react to it anyways and just start spamming up airs. But this was a scenario where you didn't need to down smash. You could have just kept pressing B, he gets sent off stage, and then you just reset the situation. You've taken no damage, and you just keep on working forward the next stock. Yeah, so what UCO does right here is that he recognizes that you're up in the air. You're probably going to try to come down and retaliate him because you want to get the stock off as fast as possible with you being down 2 stocks, and he's at 41%. So he's going to try to catch your landing with a Nair since it's just so huge. And he starts a combo opportunity. Yep. And then you eat 24% because of it. And up B out of shield. So now UCO is pretty much playing the Mr. Game & Watch minigame at this point. He goes over the down smash, which I don't really agree with either. Okay. Okay. Yep. So that was the last match here. So I think things to focus on for improving your own gameplay is recognizing what your best options are available to you for whenever your opponent is in disadvantage or neutral. Whenever they're above you or they're already in like primarily above you. If they're above you, use Nair and up air more, because those are easy juggling tools that aren't very committal. They're huge, they're multi-hitting, and you can finish it off with an up B as well, and then kind of just knock them off stage. Just like a free punish that guarantees like somewhere between 25 and 40%. Look for those options more. On the ledge, it turns into a chef minigame where you just press the neutral B button over and over again and then see what they do in reaction to taking damage by the chef. In which case, if they roll, they get hit by frying pan, they get sent off stage and reset the situation. If they hang on the ledge too long, they get hit by the bacon, you can run up F tilt. If they normal get up, they'll get hit by the bacon or they'll shield, in which case you can react to it and do whatever you want. If they do a get up attack, they get hit by bacon, then you can run up F tilt. If they let go of ledge, they might get hit by bacon, and then in which case they would probably up B or jump to get over the next set of bacon, in which case you can react to that as well because they don't have a double jump anymore. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this week's VOD review. I'll be putting this up on my YouTube channel, and then I'll be sending this over to you on Red as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Next week I'll be going to look at another Reddit user's sets. He sent a winners finals and grand finals set for what he wants to take a look at. I believe he was playing Hero. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.